Hey YouTube, I'm Zaisha Jones, and today I'm going to be making a video simply about wisdom teeth, everything you need to know, the before care, the after care, what you should be purchasing before you ever even go to the dentist and get your teeth pulled out. I got the 411 on everything you need to know about this mouth, because I'm telling you, getting your wisdom teeth pulled, it is not a game, okay? You have to be prepared for the battle. Okay, I'm telling you, real shit. You got to be prepared. You got to be ready. You got to have everything that you need. And I'm going to give you everything that you need today. Just stay tuned. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks. The first step to success with wisdom teeth is making sure that you have a really good dentist or oral surgeon. Make sure that you check the reviews, ask around. It's a lot of people that have had their wisdom teeth removed over the years, but please make sure that you're going to a reputable facility, that these people really care about your aftercare, your before care, that you're being taken care of, that you have the proper medication, that you get everything that you need to have the best aftercare and healing at home, because once you get them pulled, you're not going to want to have to keep running back and forth to the dentist. So it's best that you go somewhere that has your best interest at heart and they put their best foot forward with a really good service. Make sure that you have a full consultation with your dentist about how many teeth will be getting removed, what teeth are bothering you, exactly what service it is that you need, if you're going to be getting a cleaning, whitening, whatever it is. But let the dentist know beforehand so that you can already prep yourself for your service. You don't want to think that you're only getting one tooth removed and you get there and you find out that it's 2 or 4. It will really upset you, especially when you are already anticipating a certain level of pain and aftercare. So let's just nip that in the bud and make sure that we have a full consultation so that we're on the same foot when it's time for surgery. Honestly, my best advice is, if you can, get all 4 teeth pulled at one time. I made the mistake of having just 2 teeth removed, my top and bottom on my right side, and it was honestly the worst pain ever. I would never want to experience that again. And knowing that I still have 2 more teeth that can ache and hurt whenever they want to, and that it's still going to have to be a removal, you know, it's really a Debbie Downer. So if you can get all 4 pulled, get it over with, just do the damn thing, okay? So it's a few things on my list that I like to tell people that you need to make sure that you have in your cabinet, like hot packs, cold packs, Tylenol, fast relief, ibuprofen, and make sure that you have a syringe where you can suck in the water so you can get it right inside of the socket without having to do too much extra gargling and putting water back there, because you don't want to dislodge your blood clot within that first 5 days. It's really important that you don't accidentally knock it out. So you want to make sure that you have a syringe if you're getting those bottom molars removed. I think some of the most uncomfortableness of getting your wisdom teeth removed is still having the urge to want to eat like hot wings, pizza, you know, salad. All that is a no-go that first at least week or week and a half to 2 weeks. My best recommendation is like getting like applesauce, ice cream, mashed potatoes. You can eat really soft fish, ramen noodles, popsicles, tea. Also a really good trick for those first couple days, you could do a spoon of peanut butter. It kind of help you curb your hunger, also forgetting that you're so hungry because you're kind of like mashing and munching on something at the time. But really try to stay away from crunchy food, spicy food, chips, candy, gooey stuff. I know it's really hard when it first starts off, but usually you're in so much pain that you don't want to risk your mouth with a gooey candy or with a hard chip. So just stay away from hard foods those first couple days. Some people get lucky and get to eat chicken tenders. The most asked question about wisdom teeth is, when can I smoke? Why can't I smoke? So the dentist definitely recommends not smoking for the best healing process, but a lot of people who have the urge to smoke, they're chronic smokers. So whichever way it go, you can smoke. I would definitely say gauze the mouth. I put about 2 pads on the side, and you just want to bite down on the side that's hurting, kind of like, or whichever side it is. You want to make sure that you have the least amount of smoke in the socket, because you don't want to irritate it, or you don't want to dislodge that blood clot, or you don't want to get dry socket, which is very painful, where they have to clean it out and suck all the debris and give you a padding to kind of aid in covering the nerve so it's not so irritated. So just please, whatever you do, if you smoke, please pad the mouth, keep the mouth clean, and try not to smoke with other people. You know, this is a time where your mouth is open, so you want to be really precautious with smoking with others, because you don't want to get extra germs. My best advice, if you can, is just don't smoke for 24 hours. I know people that smoke right when they walked out. They've been perfectly fine. It's really about the sanitation and making sure that you have the gauze to keep the smoke out. Also, I recommend no liquor at least the first 3 days of getting them removed. Your mouth is really sore. Not to mention the fact you're usually on a slew of pain pills, so it's usually not good to mix those up with pain pills. Some doctors recommend really good stuff like hydrocodone and different kind of pain meds. My doctor gave me Motrin 600. They obviously did not care about my life. I was in a lot of pain. I was matching ibuprofen 600 with Tylenol fast relief and ibuprofen for the swelling. My best recommendation is make sure that you have the right medication that you need, because once you get home and you're in pain, you're only going to have so much time to reduce that pain before you're really irritated and right back at the doctor. So try your best to not do too much extra talking and laughing and opening the mouth up too wide, because the jaw is definitely still healing. It's definitely going to be sore back there unless you got some real good meds and you can't feel anything. But just try not to stress the muscle. Try not to open the mouth too much. You don't want to ruin any healing that's in place. Also, you don't want to do too much physical activity that will require you to get hit in the face, or make sure that you're not sleeping on that side when you go to bed, because all of that will really impact the healing and the pain once you wake up the next day. If your socket is bleeding, if your gums are bleeding, you can always put a gauze on there for a while and just kind of bite down to try to get the bleeding to slow down. If your gums are bleeding after day 1, you know they're still bleeding day 2, you're okay. There shouldn't be a lot of blood. You should be getting more of a pinky kind of watery residue, maybe like the gums are still a little irritated or bleeding. But if you are bleeding bad, or you're feeling like your teeth are too in pain, you got sharp pain, throbbing, numbness, please, if in doubt, just go back. I'm telling you, the worst case scenario is that you'll leave it. It'll get infected. It'll hurt worse. You'll get dry socket. It'll just make the recovery longer and the pain will just be worse. So the best bet you can do for yourself is make sure that you're keeping yourself on top of the game, because you're your own doctor once you get out the office. Some good tricks that you can try that get rid of pain is you can chew on a garlic clove. You can try putting a little bit of virgin olive oil back on the socket. You could do a little BC Goody powder around the socket. It also helps with numbing. I didn't find any help with the Orajel. It just really kind of numbed my tongue and irritated me a bit more. Try to stay away from really cold water, because it really irritates the nerve back there if it gets ice cold. You can try to get you some teas. Stay away from a lot of extra sugar and pop. Refrain from drinking out of straws. That's something that can help dislodge the blood clot, and we don't want that to happen. Just do everything that you can to prevent dry socket. Make sure you're eating soft foods. Make sure that you're taking your medications and antibiotics. Make sure that you're rinsing with your medicated mouthwash, because at the end of the day, you want to heal. You don't want this to happen again, and you do not want to go back to the dentist, because it's the most annoying pain ever getting it fixed. If you have pus or infection near or around the gums of the tooth or socket, please go back to the dentist. If you have pus or infection around the tooth before going to the dentist, please let them know on the phone as you're calling that you have discomfort for that. They usually prescribe you an antibiotic before they pull the tooth, even if you're in pain. Just make sure that you try your best to be your own doctor, checking out that tooth, making sure that it's not making you sick. Also, don't forget to change your toothbrush. Thank you, everybody. I hope my video helps out. I had a crazy experience myself, so the one thing that I know for sure is that I watched about 1,000 YouTube videos trying to figure out what I could do for pain, what I could do to eat, what could I do to sleep. So I hope that my video helps you and that you have a fast recovery. Thanks. Also, I would love to give a huge shout out to the Goddess Box. The Goddess Box is the makeup that I'm wearing today. I love this palette. It comes with so many different colors and glitters, and it also comes with a huge mirror. This is my go-to palette. I have all of the shades that I need, and it also is really nice. It has a nice lay on the skin, and it looks really natural. I love this palette. Thank you so much. Make sure that you go shop the Goddess Box.